So for today's video, I'm going to talk about the 5 things that made my chatting agency scale above $1 million per month in revenue for my clients. So one of the first point was basically getting a huge ratio improvement. A few months ago, we were maybe at 1:4 to 1:5 ratio. It means that if you bring $1,000 with the subscription, we were able to do like $4,000 to $5,000 from the messages by chatting 24/7. By the way, for those who do not know me, I have a 24/7 chatting service that I sell to agencies, and basically I partner with agencies to help them scale and take care of the chatting and the page management. All right, if you want to use my service, just send me a message. The link will be in bio. So yeah, I was saying that the ratio improvement was one of the main reasons I managed to scale above like $1 million per month. We were basically doing from 1:4 to 1:5 to now almost 1:8 to 1:10 on different models. And for the client, it's a completely hands-off solution. So basically, if they do the chatting themselves, they are going to pay 10 to 15% to pay the chatter, the manager, the training, softwares, etc. Because obviously you have to include inflow, the cost to pay your chatter, etc. And they are basically getting it for like 20% just from like net pay-per-view and tips using my service. Okay, so that was one of the most important points that made my agency scale. And I'm going to tell you exactly what we did to do that and how you can do it on your own agency to scale. Okay, so how did we achieve such a ratio? And by the way, if you do not trust me, I can show you right now. I can show you like we have plenty of very good ratio and very good accounts. So basically here I'm just clicking on random accounts, and as you can see, like it's 1.6k from subscription, 14k in total. It's really like a very, when I talk about ratio, it's average ratio. Okay, so you see there is model we have 1:4, 1:5, some ratio we have 1:10, even 1:20 for some accounts on FanView, for example. Like AI model, they are killing it recently. And by the way, yes, we work with AI model. As you can see here, 31k in total, only 4k in subscription. So yeah, pretty good ratio, pretty good results. So I was saying, on OnlyFans, we basically always try to put more attention on the whales because they basically do like 80% of the revenue. That's like the Pareto law. I talk about it a lot, okay, on my in my videos. It's very, very important to understand that. Obviously, we do not only sell to whales, otherwise it wouldn't work. Okay, we also sell to medium spender and like time waster, like low spender. Okay, and I'm going to explain how we do it. So basically, when we onboard like a new subscriber, okay, when we welcome them on the account, our goal is going to do the best welcome possible. So basically, trying to talk normally with them for a few minutes, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, talk about their life, etc. And then the goal of the chatter will be to basically sort them into categories by teasing them and then later on trying to sell content. So basically, the goal of our chatter is to, as fast as possible, be able to determine if the guy is a whale, medium spender, or low spender. Okay, because you cannot spend the same time on a time waster than a whale or a medium spender. Okay, so for all the welcoming of the subs, we talk about like their life, gather information about them. Once that is done, they are just going to write it in the customer's notes. Okay, that's how they do it. Then talk about their day, etc. Tease them, and later on try to sell them content. The process of doing that, it allows us to basically do it on a huge volume of subs. Okay, and to then adapt the chatting based on the subscriber situation. So that's basically how we do. Obviously, to get good ratio, it doesn't come from just one thing. There is tons of stuff to do to improve the ratio. Okay, so it all starts with the hiring, okay, of the chatter. Trust me, we have a very like high hiring process. Okay, it's very long. So basically, we have many steps. Okay, they first have to fulfill like a form. Okay, based on this form, we see if they go to step 2. Then there is a live interview. Okay, then there is a live test right after the interview. Then we do full training between 2 weeks to 1 month. It depends on if the guy have experience or not. Right? Then after this training, we have a test. So basically, in the end, maybe 2% or 1% of the chatter can start working with us. And that's one of the way that we do good ratio, because the good ratio, it starts with a good chatter. Okay, so that's the whole stuff about the training. Then there is the monitoring. Okay, every day you need to monitor the chatter. You need to retrain them after every single shift to make sure that they improve based on the last mostly how we've been like consistent with results. Okay, and that we are consistently improving. Okay, we have a very like big hiring process and a big training and monitoring process that we do basically every single day. Right, so when the chatter they work, they always have a manager behind them. Okay, and one or even multiple times per shift, the manager will check every single conversation, make all the adjustments necessary, and they have a final monitoring at the end of the shift to see what they did good and what they did wrong. And if you do that, you are just going to improve. It's not that complicated. Then obviously we listen to the chatter feedback. Okay, this is very, 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 very important. You need to listen to your chatter feedback because they are on the field. Basically, they are working like in the mines. Okay, it's very important, so you can get feedback on the content needed, on the type of customer, even on your own process to train the chatter and your own process to sell content. Okay, it's very important from your chatter and from your manager. And other things that helped us basically scale the agency above $1 million per month was the voice AI messages. There's a lot of clients when I onboarding during call that say the voice AI is something, you know, that seduce me. I think it's very like nice that you do it, and we've been doing this since last year already, like since 2023. So it's not just a fancy like addition, it actually adds tons of value. Okay, so basically every single day we send a mass message with voice AI. Okay, that is like based on your model voice, and if your model doesn't like speak English, he speaks Spanish, whatever, we can just create a voice from scratch. Okay, so if you put yourself into the customer shoes, okay, into the subscriber shoes, basically every single day they are going to listen to the voice of the model, and that helps a lot building the relation between the model and the sub. What we also do is we also do this for whales. Basically, we do not send personal voice message to every single subscriber, okay, besides the mass message. Otherwise, it will be like way like too much like time consuming, and it's absolutely not necessary. But we include them especially for whales, and trust me, that helps a lot. We also try to always decrease the answer time as much as possible. Okay, right now we are between 2 to 3 minutes maximum on average, but we try to always keep it like 1 minute or even lower than 1 minute. So the max is 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, because obviously when the guy, you know, they are doing their stuff, it's hard to wait 2 minutes to have a message. Otherwise you're just going to lose way too much money. Okay, and if your model have, I don't know, 100 messages at the same time, we are just going to put 1, 2, or 3 chatter, for example, at the same time on one account. And that's how we manage to always bring the answer time as low as possible. All right, so yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, something that I forget is that we I think it was like end of 2023, we put in place dedicated hiring and training team manager inside our own team that are responsible for that, because obviously lots of managers were doing it, but now we have specific manager that do it for like, I mean, I think now it's almost like 10 months, and it's way easier to manage all of the hiring and training process when you have specific people, like dedicated people to do this task. Okay, and yeah, one of the things that I completely forgot to talk about, because for me it's just too obvious because I do it every single day and I created the script, but something that get the ratio like very, very high is using script. Okay, selling content as if the model were doing the content live, starting like fully closed, then striptease, you know, part by part, and then doing more stuff. Okay, it's the last thing that I'm going to say in this video, but it's one of the most important. So hope you like this video. Leave a like, comment if you have any question about that, about all the chatting side of the business, and I will make sure to answer it. So see you guys in another video.